Hi with Stefs Rock Show, and we've got Sean of Smile Empty Soul. I wanted to make sure. But what made you pick, not just Smile Soul or Empty Soul? Like, was it already taken?
No, we had a song way back in the day called Smile Empty Soul. And at one point we were called something else and we were looking for a new name. And that song title kind of came up as a possibility for the band name. And it just had a kind of a ring to it. So we went with it. And it definitely wasn't taken.
Yeah, I was like, it's 3 words, so it's a mouthful, and you wanna make sure you get it in the right order, I haven't been drinking yet this morning, so I should have, not fuck it up, but still, I wanna
Right.
double check. We're on Danny's Festival, Rockville in Daytona Beach, Florida, and the Divorced Dad Rock is coming back. We've got Smile Empty Soul and Crossfade on the same day. Are you guys stoked about this? Like, how did they reach out to you, and how did this happen?
Yeah, no, I mean, we're always stoked to get on good festivals. It's always a good thing. We played Rockville one time before, but it was about 10 years ago, I think. So, and the way that we get on these things is just our booking agent, Alex, he pitches us for all of them and we get some and we don't get even more. So, but we're always
Well,
happy to be on the ones that we're on.
that's everybody, you gotta I reach out for interviews all the time and I don't always hear back. So, freaking take all the opportunities and throw them out there.
Oh, yeah.
Um, so Bottom of the Bottle, I remember drinking heavily to that song living in LA a long time ago. Who wrote that? And was the inspiration really like partying hard or whatnot?
Um, yeah, I mean, I wrote it. And I was pretty young. I think I was 19. Um, and so yeah, I was a pretty hard partier at the time, and it ended up being a pretty successful song for us. Just like a feel good kind of young and dumb party song.
I loved it. It's like I do it for the drugs. Like I love like I don't know. It was just hot. It was catchy. Some of us when we were younger were in a relationship with drugs, so it was like a good drug relationship song. I don't know.
Yeah, I was right there with you. So
Yeah, yeah. So, are you guys working on anything newer right now? Are you playing some of the older hits at the festival or what's going on currently?
we have a new EP called Swan Song coming out in January of next year. We've released 4 of the songs from that already. So you can stream Savior, The Rope, We All Fall Down, and we just released Broken Wings a week something ago. And so you can stream all of those now. The rest of the EP will come out soon. So that's the new music front. And then as far as our tours go, we do 4 tours a year, about a month each. So we're on the road about 4 months a year still. And we do a mix of old and new, but obviously play all the singles that were successful.
Yeah, yeah. The classics that some of us that we grew up listening to, and it brings back high school and college memories for me. So, are you
Yeah.
guys gonna do the West Coast at all? Come by Sacramento?
We just played Sacramento less than a month ago. Um, so
Shit.
so we won't be back for a while. We just did the whole West Coast in
Dude, I suck. I've got kids and they just drain the life out of me. So I don't go out as much and do as much. Man,
yeah,
that's
I have a
I'm
daughter at home and I don't go out when I'm at home at all. So
yeah. I
don't
got
blame.
2 young boys and so I want to see more live shows and get out, but it's hard unless I'm like paid to do media. It's like what's going on. So bummer, man. Well, I guess maybe next year, hopefully you guys come back to the West Coast.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm sure we'll be back in 2025.
Okay, cool, cool. Can we do smash or pass?
What's that?
So smash, you like it, pass, you don't like it.
Sure.
Okay. Fake breasts.
Pass.
Okay. Angelina Jolie.
Pass.
Fentanyl.
Pass.
Divorced dad rock.
Pass.
Okay. Damn, Britney Spears.
Pass.
You don't smash. There is just no smashing. Menendez brothers.
Smash.
Do you think I think they need to get out. They've been locked up for too long,
I
you
agree.
know?
I'm pretty. They were dealing with some serious abuse issues, right? From what
They
I've,
were molested. I think you should be able to kill your parents if you got molested.
I think that all children molesting parties should be immediately killed.
100%. Maybe
Yeah.
tortured for a little bit and then
Prob-
killed.
I would say tortured by the family of the victim. That I'd be fine with.
Yes. Yes. I would vote yes on prop kill all the child molesters and over and over and over. I just think that's yes. I think they need to get out. They've done like 35 years. This is ridiculous. So
Yeah,
hopefully
yeah,
they're free. We'll see.
the,
That's
yeah,
true. You're only smashes Menendez brothers. That's funny.
yeah. I mean, it's important.
It is. Okay, vegan food.
Pass.
Okay. Joe Rogan.
Smash.
All right. Marriage.
Smash.
Okay. Okay. You got a couple of smashes. That was fun. Thanks. So are you gonna hang out at Rockville Festival? And if so, like is there a band on the lineup that you're stoked to see?
Well, we're gonna be on tour, so we won't be like staying there for the whole festival. We'll only be there the day that we play. Um, but I mean, I am like, Crossfade. We took on their first tour ever in
Wow.
2004, and 3 Days Grace is also on our stage. They came out with us and Trapt on their first tour ever, also in 2004 or maybe late 2003. I can't remember. But either way, it'll be cool to see those guys. We've definitely done a lot of touring with both in the past and shows, over the years. But I didn't really totally dig into the rest of the lineup. I'm not the biggest show, like, I don't really enjoy concerts that much anymore.
Interesting.
I've been doing this for 21 years now professionally, and it's become work kind of, and
Yeah.
I don't really listen to rock music in general. It would take a lot for me to be like, oh wow, I'm very excited about this rock band, seeing this rock band. So
I
uh
understand that though, because you've been in the industry so long and you've seen so many shows. I still love music, but I think people tease me when I'm doing media backstage. It's not that I don't like the band, but I'll nap. And they're like, oh my gosh, you had this opportunity to see this band and you were napping. But I'm like, sometimes if you're interviewing several bands in a row, you just get mentally exhausted and I need to find a couch and take a nap. So I'm just
yeah,
at that age.
eventually everything becomes work if it's work.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, I live in Arkansas, and I live 5 minutes from this Walmart amphitheater that a lot of bands come through, and there will be like friends of mine playing there, and I don't even reach out,
Oh
um,
no.
go see them, even though it's 5 minutes away, because I'm really just not that interested, especially when I'm home.
When you're
Um,
in dad mode at home, so you probably,
so
like I said, wanna if you're on the road a lot, you wanna spend time with your child, and soak in the time you do get.
yeah,
Are you how far is that from Little Rock?
uh, I used to live in the Little Rock area, but 5 years ago I moved up to Northwest Arkansas, which is where I live now. I live in between Bentonville and Fayetteville. I don't know.
Okay. I know
I don't,
Bentonville, but so I love Little Rock. I lived in Austin, Texas for a year, and I saw a flyer for midget wrestling in Little Rock, Arkansas. And even though it was like an 8-hour drive, I was like, I'm gonna do this. I have to see midget wrestling. So I ended up booking at the Peabody, and there's like ducks that line up in a row in the hotel. It was so neat. And I
Mhm.
stayed for 4 nights for midget wrestling. And I met the coolest people in Arkansas and just had the warmest welcome and the best time. So I've been wanting to go back to Arkansas ever since that trip, but it's been a long there's not a lot of people have been to Arkansas though. When I tell them it kicks ass, they're like, "Wait, what?"
Arkansas is a bit of a hidden gem. It's like, it's a beautiful state. People are kind. There's always outliers in that, but for the most part, people are kind. Southern hospitality is alive and well, and it's a great place to raise my daughter and be away
Yeah.
from people. I lived in LA most of my life, and
God, I hate LA. I did it for 7 years. I'm never going back.
yeah, I was born there and lived there most of my life. But
Oh,
escaping California 11 years ago was one of the best decisions I ever made.
I'm jealous because I have kids. I'm stuck and I share custody, so I can't leave. Even NorCal, I like better than LA, but
Yeah,
California is not my scene. I will say the South is more of my jam. The weather is beautiful here, but it's so
yeah,
expensive and people are
yeah,
assholes.
yeah. You're hitting on all the major points. The
Yeah.
politics are lame.
Yeah.
Um, the state is overtaxing and overregulating everyone and creating laws that hinder um, regular life and just law-abiding citizenry. And there's just so much about California. There's so many great things about it, and I'm from there and grew up there, and I love so many things about it. But to live there anymore is not a good thing, I don't think.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I will say the beaches, when I went to the beaches in the South, I was like, "What is this?" And people were driving up their trucks and there was seaweed everywhere and it was like kind of warm and smelled. So I was like, "Okay, the beaches in California are gorgeous. We've got the mountains, everything's kind of close by, but I like the people and the mentality of how to run a country in the South and like in this and Montana. I love Montana. I can't do the winter. My grandma had a ranch up there, but I love like 9 months out of the year, I could live in Montana. It's so fucking beautiful.
Montana's great. There's a lot of great states that if they didn't get cold, I would be down to live there. But
Yeah.
the has all of those positives. Plus, it doesn't get too cold. So I can appreciate the balance that the South has, the Southern U.S.
Yeah. And I went to the Clinton library or what was it, like Clinton Museum, and I won an autographed book of Bill Clinton's life. And that was kind of neat. I wasn't a fan of his, but I thought it was kind of cool that he got oral sex in the White House. So I was like, I should go check this out and support him. So I had Trapt by recently, Chris, and you guys have worked together a lot. How did you guys first meet? Because I didn't really ask him that when he says that, he did projects with you guys. How did you guys first say like, oh, we should work together?
Well, our first tour ever was with Trapt, and it was because our managements were friends with each other,
Okay.
and so they put us on tour together. Our first tour ever was actually it was us, Caesar, and Trapt in 2003, and during that tour, all three bands had songs hitting very hard, and the tours were killer. Um, and Trap's manager and my manager were friends, so they just kept us touring together for a very long time. We ended up doing like I think we've done like 5 or 6 tours together over the years. So
Oh, wow. I
um,
could see you guys in a similar category. I want to see you guys out with Drowning Pool too. I feel like I like you guys together.
we've
Those guys are really cool.
we've played lots of shows with Drowning Pool, but never done like a boots on the ground full tour with them.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be neato though. Well,
Yeah.
dude, thank you so much for stopping by Steph's Rock Show and Rockville, Daytona Beach, Florida, Crossfade, and Smile and Soul on the same day. That's going to be like divorced dad rock, party stripper rock. You guys got to bring some drugs and take your top off for that day because it's going to be a good one.
I'm definitely going to be taking the top off and high on drugs.
I, oh, thank you.